Hey everyone, Spencer Janke, Utah Cribs, Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate, Salt Lake City, Utah. Hey, just wanted to kind of give you a quick little update, everyone. So I'm getting a lot of people, friends, family, clients, past clients, everyone's just talking to me about this crazy real estate market that we find ourselves in. And a lot of you are actually asking some really interesting questions, and they're all very valid. I'm getting a lot of people asking whether or not, is this trend going to continue? I mean, is this a repeat of what has happened in the past? And, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't necessarily know exactly where the market's going to go. And if I did, I'd probably be retired by now. But, I can give you some facts. And let's actually look at the data and let's talk about what are the differences between what's going on right now versus what has happened in years past, 2008, 2009. Number one, let's just talk about the sheer volume of people moving into the state. I know we all are watching the news and we all have seen the economic reports that have come out, and the numbers that they're projecting are astronomical, and we all know the state is going to double within the next 20 to 30 years. And just that number alone is mind-boggling. If we're at almost 4 million people here in the state of Utah, and in 30, 40 years we hit 8 million people, look, supply is going to stay low. Demand is going to stay high. Right there tells you that, hey, when you have that many people coming into the state, that many people wanting to live in a certain area, the demand is not going to go away. But let's forget that for a second. Let's just talk about these crazy price points that we're seeing. A lot of you have been seeing the amount of offers that are being put on homes. I offered on a home over here in East Mill Creek just this last week that had 25 offers on it in the first literally 6 hours. And the buyer that ended up getting it, which wasn't us, had to have paid significantly over my client's offer, which was very aggressive. Now, is that crazy? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And again, I'm not even going to pretend to know the exact answer to that. However, let's actually talk about what these buyers are actually doing. What are they doing? All these buyers right now in this market, because of the changes in the finance world over the last 10, 15 years, buyers right now have to go through underwriting. Underwriting is a lot more strict, okay? Now, what does that mean? That means banks are not giving money to anybody, okay? You've got to go through pretty strict guidelines with underwriters nowadays, and you have to have good credit. You have to have a good down payment. All these factors that are going into getting a mortgage in today's world. It is a lot more difficult than it was, let's say, back in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, etc. So what does that mean? Well, that means these buyers are legit. They're putting significant amount of money down. These buyers have good credit scores. These buyers have good jobs. They are obviously making decent money. Why do I know that? Because they've gone through underwriting, which means the banks have looked at their debt to income ratios. And it's really important to look at those types of facts, because if buyers are going crazy and bidding up properties, but yet they're getting a mortgage, they're putting money down, they have good credit, they have verified income, that means that they're legit enough where they're not going to walk away from a home. So some people, I've heard these crazy theories that hey, the market might hit a wall. And it very much might. Now, what does a wall mean? It means more of a plateau. And I definitely think that we're probably going to hit some sort of level of equilibrium where, buyers who have been waiting have purchased, sellers that wanted to upgrade or needed to sell have, and we're probably going to hit that that steady Eddie market. I would hope. What does that mean for Utah? I actually think that unfortunately, I think that just means that our supply is going to stay relatively low for a long time. We probably will have more buyers than sellers for a while, especially with the amount of people that are coming into the state. When you look at the facts, you look at the financing, what people are getting, I feel really bad for people right now because, the hardest people that are getting hit in this market are actually first-time home buyers. It is very difficult for a first-time home buyer to actually find a home, number one, and then actually to win the bid. And those are the people that are going to be affected the most. Again, I don't have a magic ball or to predict the future, but based on these facts, yeah, I definitely think that we're going to be in for a wild ride, and it's going to be pretty aggressive. What does that mean for you? Well, it means that we're going to need to be patient, number one. Patience is everything in this market, because if you are patient, you can get a home. If you're like in the market, or if you need to find a property, you can find one, and we will win one. It's going to be a matter of a lot of hard work. Very, very frustrating to go through this process multiple times, over and over and over. Essentially, it's like you're a salesman, like me. You get told no a lot, and then eventually you get told yes. And that's the name of the game right now. And then on top of that, if you're a seller, well, yeah, it definitely means that you probably have a lot of equity in your property. For those people that don't really know what to do, I'll tell you this much. I'm trying to buy everything I possibly can. And what do I mean by that? No, I'm not literally buying every single thing I possibly can. However, I'm being aggressive enough where I want to build up my portfolio, because I know long term that is going to be a very smart financial move for me and my family. And I think that's where there's going to be some pretty big advantages in this market. I could talk on and on and on. I just like to, I keep repeating myself to all of the people that are asking me these questions on the phone or in person, and I figured I'd like throw this out there. So anyway, I hope all is well. I hope you guys have been enjoying this winter as much as I have. It's been a fabulous ski year. Work is great, family's great. Really, really looking forward to this next 12 months. Hopefully this pandemic kind of goes away a little bit with this vaccine rollout and whatnot, and we can kind of get back to a new normal. And again, as usual, if you guys need anything, let me know. Love to talk to you, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.